In the mystical kingdom of Tibara, ruled by the kind King Kanda, a shadow was growing. The ancient luminary magical beings dwelling at the source of the sacred river demanded more and more tribute. The kingdom's treasury was dwindling, and the king's heart grew heavy with worry. Seeing his father's despair, young Prince Shalu felt a firelight within him. He had to do something. "Father," he said one evening, his voice steady despite his youth, "let me journey to the river's source. Let me speak with the luminary." King Kanda immediately refused. The journey was too dangerous, the luminary too powerful, but Shalu, remembering his mother's teachings to always help those in need, couldn't stand by. With his loyal friend Soren, he decided to face the challenge. They wouldn't carry swords or shields, but hearts full of hope and a desire to understand. As the first light of dawn painted the sky, Shalu and Soren set off. They traveled for days, through enchanted forests where the trees whispered secrets and over majestic mountains that touched the clouds. They earned respect from the lands they crossed, not by demanding it, but through their perseverance and kindness. As they walked, a thought began to form in their minds. What if the luminari weren't evil? What if they were just misunderstood? Finally, they reached the shimmering source of the sacred river. There they met the ancient luminary brothers, Veridis and Aram. They were not fearsome monsters, but beings trapped by a curse. They explained their sad fate, prisoners to ancient magic, yearning to be free. They shared a secret. Their golden essence could grant the gift of speaking treasures of gold, and their emerald essence the gift of speaking precious gems. Shalu and Soren listened, their hearts open. They didn't demand riches or make threats. They offered empathy and respect. Seeing the purity in their intentions, the luminari were moved. They gifted the two friends small portions of their essences, but with a warning. True power lies not in the treasures you create, but in the kindness, wisdom, and hope you share. To test this magic, Shalu thought of his father's worried face. He wished for gold, not for himself, but to heal his kingdom's treasury and restore hope to his people. Soren, thinking of the families in Tabara, wished for emeralds to bring prosperity and courage to every home. The magic worked, but it felt different. It was powered by their compassion, not by greed. Their journey continued, their enchanted boots carrying them swiftly across the land. They encountered subjects in dispute, grumpy dwarfs hoarding their treasures, and entire kingdoms lost in uncertainty. With every challenge, Shalu and Soren used their gifts not to enrich themselves, but to help others. They settled arguments with generous words, brought smiles to the faces of the grumpy dwarfs by sharing their own simple meals, and forged alliances built on trust, not gold. They soon arrived in the kingdom of Serendia, a land shrouded in mourning for its lost ruler. An ancient prophecy spoke of strangers who would bring light back to the kingdom, using their gifts and, more importantly, their wise and inspiring words. Shalu and Soren organized relief for the people. They ensured every child was fed and every elder was cared for. Slowly, the despair that gripped Serendia began to lift, replaced by a glimmer of hope and the promise of a brighter future. When they finally returned to Tibra, they brought with them not just tales of their adventure, but a new alliance uniting two kingdoms. The story of the prince with the golden mouth spread like wildfire. It wasn't a tale of riches, but a lesson that words spoken with love and compassion hold more power than any spell. And so everyone came to understand the greatest truth. The most valuable treasures aren't gold or jewels, but the happiness and hope we create when we speak from the heart. Thank you so much for joining us on this magical journey today. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more tales that inspire and uplift, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We can't wait to see you in the next video.